Hi friends, I am here to help you become a better person. My goal is simple, to teach you, to guide you, and to help you become your best self. And today's lesson can really change your life. If you understand what I share in this video, your life will never be the same again. I want every person watching this to have unlimited money, unlimited success, and unlimited freedom. I want you to wake up every morning feeling strong, confident, and in control of your life. Because let me tell you something, money is not only paper. Money is not just numbers in a bank. Money is like the air you breathe. Money is the bed you sleep on at night. Money is the water you drink when you are thirsty. Money is the food on your plate, the roof over your head, and the freedom to live your life the way you want. And today, I will show you how to get it. But first, I must ask you, are you really ready for success? Because success is not for lazy people. Success is not for people who give excuses. Success is not for people who say, "I'll do it tomorrow." Success is for people who take action. Success is for those who are hungry for more. Success is for people who are ready to fight for their dreams. And if that is you, then congratulations, because today is the beginning of your new life. So watch this video until the end. Take notes. Listen carefully. Use what you learn. I upload videos every day to keep you motivated, focused, and moving towards success. So click subscribe, turn on the bell, and let's begin. Because today's lesson is one of the most powerful lessons you will ever hear. Let's go. Part 1. The difference between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. 1. Poor people save, rich people invest. Poor people think, I will save this much money this month, and next month I will save more. But what happens? They never become rich. Why? Because saving money will never make you rich. Money that sits in a bank loses value every day because of inflation. Think about two friends, A and B. A earns $1,000 and saves $500 every month. He believes that one day saving will make him rich. B also earns $1,000, but invests $500 every month in learning new skills, starting a small business, or buying assets. After 5 years, who will be rich? Of course, B, because he knows money must work for him, not just sit in a bank. Rich people multiply money. Poor people only keep money. 2. Poor people blame. Rich people take responsibility. Poor people say, the government is corrupt, that's why I'm poor. Rich people are lucky, that's why they are rich. If I had rich parents, I'd also be successful. These are excuses. Rich people never blame others. They take full responsibility for their lives. If they fail, they learn. If they lose money, they try again. Do you know that most billionaires were once broke? Jeff Bezos started Amazon in a small garage. Elon Musk had debt before Tesla became a success. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Did they sit and blame the government, their family, or luck? No. They took responsibility and kept going. If you keep blaming others, you will stay poor forever. 3. Poor people fear taking risks. Rich people accept risks. Poor people say, what if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? And because of this fear, they never start anything. They stay in their comfort zone. Rich people take risks. They know failure is part of success. Think about a lion. A lion in a cage never hunts and never grows strong. A lion in the jungle fights, hunts, and becomes the king. Are you living in a cage, or are you ready to fight? 4. Poor people work for money. Rich people make money work for them. Poor people work 9 to 5 jobs all their lives, depending only on salary. When they stop working, they stop earning. Rich people build systems that make money for them. They invest in businesses, real estate, stocks, and assets that bring money even while they sleep. Imagine two people. Person A earns $5,000 a month but spends everything on rent, shopping, and unnecessary things. Person B earns $5,000 but buys a rental property that gives him $500 every month as passive income. After 10 years, who will be rich? Person B, because he knew how to make money work for him. 5. Poor people love entertainment. Rich people love education. Poor people spend hours watching Netflix, YouTube, and scrolling on social media. They waste weekends drinking and partying. They complain that they don't have time to learn. Rich people spend time reading books, listening to podcasts, taking courses, and meeting successful people. Do you know how many books the average CEO reads in 1 year? 50 books. And the average person, less than 5. Now you tell me, who will be successful? So why are you not rich? Because your mindset is keeping you poor. Not your family, not the government, not your education. It is your thinking. If you keep doing the same things, you will stay in the same place. So what's the answer? You don't need a degree. You don't need rich parents. You don't need luck. You need a new mindset. Part 2. Rich versus poor mindset. The truth nobody tells you. Let me ask you this. Do rich people and poor people look different? They both have hands, legs, lungs, hearts, and bodies. So why does one person make millions while another struggles for food? Because of their software, their mindset. A poor mindset is like an old, broken computer program. It crashes. It is slow. It is full of viruses, fear, doubt, excuses. A rich mindset is like new, powerful software. It runs on vision, discipline, and patience. That is the difference between winners and losers in life. 1. Poor people think about today. Rich people think about 10 years later. Imagine two farmers. Farmer A wakes up every day and says, "I need food today." So he picks whatever fruit or vegetable he finds and eats it. Farmer B says, "I will plant seeds that will grow into trees in 10 years." So he works daily, but sees no results for a long time. Who will be better after 10 years? Farmer B. This is how rich and poor people think. Poor people want money now. They look for jobs that pay them instantly. Rich people say, "I will invest my time, effort, and money today, even if I see nothing for years." A business may take 5 to 10 years to grow. In that time, income may be zero. But after 10 years, millions, billions. Imagine you get a choice. $1 million now. Or 1 penny that doubles every day for 30 days. Most people pick $1 million. But the penny grows to $5.3 million in 30 days. This is how rich people think. They wait for bigger rewards later. 2. Poor people say investing is impossible. Rich people say, "How can I invest?" Poor people fear investing money. They only believe in physical work. They only think about how much they can earn today. Ask a poor person to spend $100 on a book, course, or skill. They will say, "Are you crazy? $100 is too much." But ask them to spend $100 on a party, new shoes, or the latest phone, and they say, "Of course, enjoy life." That is why they stay poor. Rich people are different. They invest in knowledge, skills, and businesses that bring money even while they sleep. Poor people think investing is risky. Rich people think not investing is risky. So, which one are you? Part 3. Poor people want to look rich. Rich people want to be rich. Right now, someone in the world is making millions while you are still struggling. Right now, someone is building a big company while you are busy complaining about your salary. Right now, someone is using other people's time, skills, and money to get richer, while you are still working alone, like a fool. Here's the truth that no one likes to tell you. You will never get rich if you keep working the way you are now. You will never be free if you try to do everything yourself. You will never reach the top if you don't learn how rich people play the game. Today, I will explain this to you. The biggest difference: rich people don't work alone. Poor people try to do everything themselves. Think about a construction worker and a business owner. The worker wakes up at 5 a.m., goes to work, sweats all day, earns a daily wage, and comes home tired. The business owner doesn't lift a single brick, doesn't hold a hammer, and doesn't work under the hot sun. But who makes more money? The business owner. Why? Because he understands leverage. What is leverage? Leverage means using other people's time, skills, and resources to get bigger results. A worker uses only his own time and effort, one person. A business owner uses the time and effort of 100, 1,000, or even 10,000 people. That's why the rich keep getting richer. McDonald's is worth billions. Does the CEO cook burgers? No. Amazon is worth trillions. Does Jeff Bezos pack boxes? No. Rich people don't do all the work themselves. They build systems that do the work for them. Poor people fail because they want to do everything alone. They fear giving tasks to others. They don't trust anyone. And that's why they stay stuck. How to get rich: stop doing everything yourself. Start outsourcing. What is outsourcing? Outsourcing means paying others to do the work for you, so you can focus on bigger things. Imagine you start a logo design business. A poor person thinks, "I'll design every logo myself because I don't want to spend money on freelancers." A rich person thinks, "I'll hire freelancers to design the logos while I focus on getting more clients." Who grows faster? The rich person, because he is not trading his time for money. He is using other people's time to make more money. Here's the truth. If you are doing everything alone, you're not a real business owner. You're just an employee in your own business. Rich people don't only work inside their business. They work on growing their business. The $10 versus $1,000 rule. Stop wasting time. Let me ask you, would you spend 10 hours on a job that pays $10 an hour, or spend 1 hour on a job that pays $1,000 and pay someone else $10 to do the small tasks? Smart people follow this rule. If a job is worth $10 an hour, give it to someone else. If a job is worth $1,000 an hour, focus on that. This is how rich people multiply their income. For example, an employee spends 8 hours a day doing small, repetitive work. An entrepreneur spends 8 hours a day hiring people, creating new income streams, and investing. One will stay at $50,000 a year. The other will make millions. Which one are you? You cannot be rich if you think small. Stop fearing growth. Poor people are scared to spend money on help. Rich people spend money to buy time. This is why small shop owners stay small. A shopkeeper says, "I'll do everything myself because I can't pay employees." A rich owner says, "I'll hire employees so I can expand." One stays small forever. The other builds an empire. Which one are you? The real reason you are not rich and how to change it. Let's break it down. How poor people think. They think small. They work alone. They fear outsourcing. They never build passive income. How rich people think? They think big. They delegate and outsource. They pay others for small jobs. They use leverage to multiply income. They focus on investments that grow while they sleep. Now, look at your life honestly. Are you working like a poor person? Are you scared to invest? Are you wasting time doing $10 tasks instead of focusing on $1,000 ideas? Part 4. The mindset of the rich versus the poor. Listen closely. This may be the most important thing you ever hear about money, success, and life. Most people stay poor because they believe life is unfair. Most people stay broke because they think rich people are just lucky. Most people fail because they never learn the simple rules of wealth. But here's the truth. The world doesn't care about your excuses. You can complain, cry, or say life is hard, but the truth is this. You are exactly where your own choices have put you. Today, I will explain why some people win in life and others fail badly. This truth will shock you, wake you up, and push you to change. Let's begin. The power of win-win thinking. How rich people make others work for them. Do you believe that for you to win, someone else must lose? If yes, then you are already set up to fail. Poor people think life is a fight. They believe, if I win, others lose. If I make money, someone else will lose money. If my business grows, others must close theirs. This is a loser's mindset. Rich people think differently. They believe, if I win, others can win too. If I create value, I make money while helping others. If my business grows, I can hire more people and give them jobs. For example, think about a street vendor and a restaurant owner. A vendor works alone, makes $50 a day, and fights for customers. A restaurant owner hires a chef, manager, and waiters, makes $5,000 a day, and gives jobs to others. Who is thinking bigger? Who is creating a win-win? The restaurant owner. If you want to be rich, stop thinking only about yourself. Think about how you can create value for others. The more value you give, the more money you make. The rule of continuous skill growth, the secret of the very rich. Let me ask you, are you learning new skills every day? If not, you are slowly becoming useless. The world is changing fast. AI is coming. Machines are taking jobs. Millions of jobs will disappear soon. If you are not learning new skills, you will be left behind. Rich people spend money to learn new skills. Poor people only complain about low pay. A poor person says, my salary is too small. A rich person says, I will learn new skills to increase my value. For example, two people work at the same company. One spends evenings watching TV. The other spends evenings learning a new skill online. After 1 year, one loses his job, and the other gets promoted. Who succeeds? It's not about luck. It's about who keeps learning. Part 5. The final truth about success, money, and life. The 1% rule. Why rich people move forward every day. Here is a secret. Success is not about huge changes. It is about small steps every single day. This is called the 1% rule. If you improve yourself by only 1% daily, in 1 year, you will be 37 times better. If you do nothing, you will stay the same or even fall behind. Think about the gym versus the sofa. A poor-minded person says, I don't have time for exercise. A rich-minded person says, I will at least move my body for 10 minutes daily. After 1 year, the first person is weak, sick, and tired. The second person is fit, strong, and full of energy. Success works the same way. Small actions, repeated daily, bring big results. The risk versus reward way of thinking. How the rich grow faster. Listen, if you never take risks, you will never move forward. Poor people fear mistakes. Rich people know that mistakes are part of the road to success. For example, two friends wanted to start a business. Friend 1 says, what if we fail? Friend 2 says, what if we succeed? One stays stuck in a normal job. The other starts, makes mistakes, learns, and finally earns millions. The biggest risk in life is not trying. If you never risk, you already lost. The power of people. Your network is your net worth. If you stay around poor thinkers, you will remain poor. If you stay around winners, you will also rise. Think about the 5 friends idea. A teacher named Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people closest to you. If your 5 closest friends are lazy, negative, and broke, you will be the 6th. If your 5 friends are smart, hardworking, and rich, you will also grow. Your group shapes you, so choose carefully. The power of action. Stop wasting time. Start doing. It does not matter how much you know. If you don't act, you will never succeed." Many people watch videos, read books, or listen to advice but never do anything. Success is not about knowledge, it is about action. For example, 2 people watch this same video. One forgets it in 10 minutes. The other writes down the points and applies them daily. After a year, one is still stuck. The other is on the path to freedom. Now you know what separates rich from poor. You know how to change your mind and control your future. But here is the truth. Most people will still do nothing. Most will still make excuses. Most will still complain. But you, yes, you, have a choice today. Act now or stay stuck forever. If you want a better life, use what I told you. Learn new skills. Take small steps daily. Think bigger. Take smart risks and surround yourself with winners. The 5-year rule. Your future starts today. Look at your life now. Your money, your job, and your thinking all came from choices you made 5 years ago. The choices you make today will create your life 5 years from now. If you are lazy, unmotivated, and wasting time, you will be the same or worse in 5 years. The "I deserve it" trap. Why poor people stay poor. Most stay broke because of one mistake. They reward themselves too soon. They buy expensive clothes with a small salary. They buy the newest phone while struggling to pay rent. They take trips on credit cards, living in debt. They say, "I deserve it." But no, you don't deserve it until you earn it. Think about a rich man and an employee. The rich man buys a Rolex only when his investments are already paying. The poor employee buys a Rolex on credit just to look rich. The rich man's money grows. The poor man's money disappears. The power of saying no. How rich people guard their time. Your time is the most valuable thing. Poor people waste it on useless things. They say yes to endless videos, weekly parties, gossip, and helping everyone else while ignoring their own future. Rich people say no to distractions. They say no to time wasters. They say no to negative people. They say no to anything that doesn't build their life. Think about a billionaire and an office worker. The billionaire plans every minute on high-value work. The office worker wakes up late, scrolls 2 hours on social media, and wastes time in useless meetings. One controls his time. The other lets the world control him. Guess who succeeds? The pain versus pleasure rule. Why many never win. Listen well. Most people fail because they chase comfort and avoid pain. But success is the opposite. The gym feels hard, but it gives health and strength. Reading books feels boring, but it gives wisdom and power. Investing feels difficult, but it builds freedom. Losers avoid pain. Winners accept pain to grow. Think about the athlete and the lazy man. The athlete wakes at 5 a.m., trains hard, and pushes limits. The lazy man wakes at 10 a.m., scrolls his phone, and says, "I'll start tomorrow." One builds success. The other stays the same forever. Who do you want to be? The one skill away secret, the fastest way to get rich. Do you want to get rich quickly? Here is the secret. You are only one skill away from changing your life. You may feel stuck now, but imagine if you learned how to sell, invest, or build a high-income business. Just one skill can change everything. Think about two workers. One stays the same, complains about low pay, and never learns. The other learns sales, leaves his job, and starts earning $50,000 a month. One stays trapped. The other becomes free. The truth about money. Why poor people don't understand it. Here is something shocking. Money is not real. It is only an idea, a tool, a game. Rich people learn how to play this game. Poor people work for money without ever understanding it. Think about chess. A smart player sees the full board, makes smart moves, and wins. A pawn only moves forward blindly and gets sacrificed. Rich people think like the player. Poor people think like the pawn. Now the question is for you. Will you act or keep making excuses? Will you invest in yourself or keep wasting time? Will you build a new life or stay stuck? This is your moment, because now you cannot say, "I didn't know." You know why people stay poor. You know how the rich think. The real question is, what will you do? Will you wake up tomorrow and take action? Will you build skills, wealth, and your future? Or will you stay the same while others rise? The next 5 years of your life begin today. This is the end of this series, but the start of your new life. I believe in you. Now go and prove me right.